Look, forget everything you've heard about Beverly Hills drama, because what just happened inside that courtroom is bordering on an actual crime scene. Dorit Kemsley didn't just lose a divorce battle today, she was completely, systematically destroyed. The judge slammed down the gavel and ordered her to pay PK a staggering $35 million for financial abuse. $35 million. She literally lost everything in 10 seconds. Dorit was sitting there pale, clutching her designer bag, shaking. But the absolute coldest moment? It didn't come from the judge. It came from Mauricio Umansky. While Dorit was sobbing at the defense table, Mauricio went live on Instagram, stared right into the camera, and delivered a heartless blow. That baby is not mine. I am not the father. If Dorit says it is, she needs to prove it with a DNA test. Dorit literally started hyperventilating on the spot as court staff rushed in with water. The man she destroyed her marriage for just abandoned her in front of millions of people. But here's the terrifying twist. PK's lawyers just walked out of court holding a flash drive with a leaked hotel recording from 6 months ago. And if what's on that tape gets out, somebody is going to prison. To really understand how a glittering Beverly Hills marriage devolved into a $35 million war zone, you have to look at where the cracks first started showing. For years, PK and Dorit Kemsley sold us the absolute ultimate Hollywood illusion. He was the quiet, wealthy British businessman funding the empire behind the scenes, and she was the glamorous, high-maintenance reality star who never stepped out without head-to-toe designer labels. On camera, their marriage looked extravagant and stable. But behind closed doors, it was a slow, calculated financial and emotional slaughter. Court documents filed this morning allege that while PK was quietly liquidating assets, taking out high-interest loans, and draining his personal savings just to maintain Dorit's relentless appetite for luxury vacations and private jets, Dorit was already living a double life. For over 2 years, she was allegedly engaged in a secret romantic affair with Mauricio Umansky, the husband of her longtime co-star and supposed close friend, Kyle Richards. Now, anyone who follows this group knows the history between Kyle and Dorit was already a ticking time bomb. From subtle fashion shade to money accusations and years of passive-aggressive comments on national television, the tension between them had been boiling just beneath the surface for over a decade. Kyle never fully trusted Dorit, and Dorit harbored a deep resentment, convinced Kyle always tried to make her look inferior in front of the cameras. While Kyle was publicly crying in her confessionals, begging to save her 28-year marriage, Mauricio and Dorit were allegedly renting private villas, plotting a future together, and using PK's accounts as their personal piggy bank. Multiple sources close to the family claim Dorit viewed PK not as a partner, but as a financial safety net to fund her transition into a new life with Mauricio. The ultimate breaking point came when Dorit discovered she was pregnant. When PK uncovered the full extent of the betrayal, the long-term affair, the hidden pregnancy, and millions in unaccounted wires, he didn't call a marriage counselor. He hired the most ruthless trial lawyers in California and went to war. What started as a standard celebrity separation has now turned into a total battle for survival, leaving two iconic Beverly Hills families completely obliterated. Let's talk about what actually went down inside Department 42 of the Los Angeles County Courthouse this morning, because the energy in that room was pure poison. The gallery was packed shoulder to shoulder with press, lawyers, and production staff. Dorit sat at the defense table in a sleek black blazer, her eyes bloodshot, clutching a leather handbag like a shield. Directly across from her sat PK, staring straight ahead with an expression made of ice. And sitting just 2 rows back in the gallery was Kyle Richards, completely silent, wiping away tears before the judge even took the bench. The judge didn't waste a single second with pleasantries. He shuffled the stack of financial audits, looked over his glasses at Dorit, and delivered a ruling that sent a visible shockwave through her legal team. The court finds clear and convincing evidence of systematic dissipation of marital assets. The defendant is ordered to pay the plaintiff $35 million in restitution and damages for intentional financial exploitation. The moment the gavel hit the block, Dorit's face completely collapsed. She let out a choked sob, covered her face with both hands, and bent over the table. Her lead attorney looked visibly panicked, scrambling through papers as the courtroom erupted into loud whispers. $35 million. A figure that instantly wipes out her entire net worth and pushes her directly to the edge of personal bankruptcy. But the real slaughter happened less than 60 seconds later. As Dorit's legal team tried to request a stay of execution on the judgment, Mauricio Umansky, who refused to show up to court in person, went live on Instagram from an undisclosed location. Sitting in a dark room, looking directly into his phone camera with a chilling lack of empathy, he addressed the press in real time. "I'm going to make this very clear because I won't speak on it again. Mauricio said, his voice flat and robotic.
That baby is not mine. I am not the father.
If Dorit is making those claims to the court or the press, she needs to produce a verified DNA test. I will not be dragged into her financial destruction. One of the paralegals in the courtroom handed a phone to Dorit's attorney. Dorit leaned over, watched Mauricio say those exact words on screen, and completely lost control. She started hyperventilating right there at the table. Court bailiffs actually had to step in with water as she rocked back and forth, crying out, "He promised me. He promised me he wouldn't do this." Sitting in the gallery, Kyle couldn't hold back anymore. She stood up, her voice trembling with pure rage as she looked toward the camera crews outside the glass doors. After 28 years, he rejects the baby on an Instagram Live? He got her pregnant while sleeping in my bed, and now he throws us both in the trash. The judge had to slam his gavel 3 times just to restore order as bailiffs escorted Kyle out of the room. If you think that was the peak of the drama, you're dead wrong. Just as the bailiffs were clearing the room, PK's legal team dropped a bombshell exhibit that wasn't part of the original suit. They submitted forensic bank records allegedly showing that over the last 14 months, Dorit didn't just spend PK's money. She allegedly funneled $12.5 million directly into an offshore shell company registered under Mauricio's business partner. And then came the text message read aloud into the official record. A leaked message sent from Mauricio to Dorit just 3 months ago: keep PK paying the MX bills until the closing goes through. Once the baby is born, we file together and leave him with the debt. Dorit's lawyer had zero response. She simply closed her binder, looked at Dorit, and whispered, "We are in massive trouble." PK finally stood up, walked past Dorit without making eye contact, and said just loud enough for the court reporter to catch, "I told you I'd leave you with nothing." Within 3 minutes of that courtroom exit, the entire internet went into complete meltdown. The hashtag #DoritPayUp exploded across X, generating over 40 million impressions in less than 2 hours. A leaked audio recording of Dorit sobbing in the courthouse hallway, whispering to her assistant, "Mauricio locked me out of the villa accounts, I literally have $0, went mega viral, triggering a wave of relentless online brutal satire. Dorit really spent 8 years looking down on everyone in designer outfits just to get exposed for liquidating PK's accounts and getting dumped on Instagram Live by Mauricio. Reality TV karma is insane. #DoritPayUp. Mauricio saying that baby is not mine on Live while Dorit hyperventilates in front of a judge is the most cold-blooded moment in Hollywood history. Neither of them are recovering from this. Industry sources are now reporting that Bravo executives held an emergency 4 a.m. Zoom call with production leads. High-level network insiders leak that sponsors are pulling out at a record pace. 2 major luxury fashion brands have already formally terminated their endorsement deals with Dorit, citing strict moral turpitude clauses in her contract. Update: major sponsors are officially severing ties with Dorit Kemsley following the $35 million fraud judgment and offshore wire leaks. Network sources say her future on Rob is hanging by a single thread. Even her castmates couldn't stay silent. Erika Jayne posted a cryptic black screen on her Instagram story with just 4 words: "Pigs get slaughtered." Lisa Rinna chimed in with a now-deleted tweet reading, "When you play dirty games in Beverly Hills, the truth always finds a way to ruin you." But just when it seemed like Dorit was taking the full hit alone, PK's lead attorney stepped onto the courthouse steps with a final, devastating declaration that shifted the target straight onto Mauricio's back. Holding a sealed manila folder, he looked directly into the news cameras and dropped a jaw-dropping bombshell. The $35 million judgment was only phase 1. We have now officially submitted evidence to the district attorney regarding organized wire fraud and conspiracy. And tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., if Mr. Umansky does not publicly return the $12.5 million stolen from my client, we will release the unedited video recording from the Montage Hotel suite.
The reporter asked what was on that video.
The lawyer simply smiled, turned away, and said, "Let's just say it'll end more than just Mauricio's real estate career." The fallout from that legal threat sent direct shockwaves through the highest levels of Hollywood power. Legal analysts from major news networks spent the entire evening picking apart the ruling, and the consensus is brutal. Dorit is facing an absolute financial execution. With a $35 million civil judgment now officially entered into California court records, PK's legal team can immediately move to freeze her personal bank accounts, place liens on any real estate tied to her name, and garnish her future television paychecks directly from production. This isn't a typical Hollywood divorce settlement where both parties walk away with a payout, stated celebrity trial lawyer Marcus Vance during a late-night cable commentary segment. A $35 million restitution order for intentional asset dissipation means the court found clear proof of bad faith financial behavior. Dorit doesn't just owe PK money, she is contractual and legally bound until every single cent is paid back. Inside Mauricio's real estate empire, the atmosphere is reportedly pure panic. Employees at the agency leak that emergency meetings were called across multiple regional offices, with senior partners openly questioning whether the firm's brand can survive being linked to an ongoing federal wire fraud investigation. Mauricio himself has reportedly gone into total radio silence, shutting down his social media comment sections and refusing to answer calls from his own PR representatives. What makes this collapse so terrifying isn't just the money, it's how fast the illusion evaporated. For nearly a decade, Dorit and Mauricio operated as untouchable royalty in Beverly Hills, projecting a world of endless wealth, flawless marriages, and total impunity. But in less than 24 hours, a single courtroom judgment stripped away the glamour to reveal a web of betrayal, hidden wire transfers, and cold-blooded abandonment. Dorit is now left completely isolated, staring down a financial debt she can never realistically pay back while facing the public humiliation of Mauricio's brutal live denial. PK has made it crystal clear that he will not settle, negotiate, or take a single step back until every asset is accounted for. And with that flash drive of unedited hotel footage sitting in the district attorney's office, the countdown to tomorrow morning's 9 a.m. deadline is officially ticking. So here is the question that everyone in Hollywood is asking right now. Did Mauricio throw Dorit to the wolves just to save his own skin? Or are they both about to go down together when that hotel tape finally hits the public? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for the emergency 9 a.m. update, and stay tuned, because this Beverly Hills war is far from over.